Yo, 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 what is up? What is up? It's Key, and we're back. We're in the building with another live stream. We got the New Breed podcast, sponsored by the Elite Sports, and I have a special guest for us tonight. We got Darrell Tate. He is in the building. What is going on, Darrell?
What's going on? I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I appreciate the time and opportunity, of your day to spend some time and talk with us a little bit about yourself and, what do you do? Now, we did get introduced to you, um, heard you doing some great things, especially overseas when it comes to football. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, currently out here in Germany right now. It's actually 12 midnight, but it's no problem. I usually stay up late here anyway. But yeah, I, I'm Darrell Tate. I've been playing football overseas for the past 8 years now. I'm on my eighth season overseas. Um, been helping out a lot of people as well with a company that I started. Me and my wife started. We started Pro Hunt, and so we also help some other athletes and coaches as well come play and coach overseas. But currently, right now, I'm in Germany. I've actually played in Serbia, Hungary, Poland, Ukraine, Austria, and now Germany. So tra- traveled all over Eastern Europe, and yeah, I'm living it up. We just won the GSL2 championship here in Germany,
Okay.
um, and we got two relegation games to still play in to actually move up into the higher league.
Okay.
So I'm actually still out here preparing for that right now.
Okay, great. I heard you was MVP too as well.
Yeah, we got MVP. I've gotten MVP back in 2015
Okay.
in Budapest, Hungary, but also got it last year as well. Won the second championship in Hungary, and also got the second MVP. So yeah, happy to have that.
So where originally are you from?
I'm originally from Tennessee, Alcoa,
Okay.
Tennessee, born and raised. Yeah, East Tennessee.
So are you a Titans fan?
Oh, I'm a Titans fan. I'm anything that has to do with Tennessee. I'm a fan of Tennessee
Okay, so you
Volunteers,
volunteers
Titans.
all
Yeah,
the okay.
yeah.
And what position do you currently play right now?
I play running back. Slot
Oh, okay.
receiver.
So you like the rock and you can handle. Okay, nice position.
Yeah,
I know it's a toll on your body. I know how running backs are.
yeah.
Um, so what's the difference between playing overseas and in America? What's it like? Is it similar? Is
Oh,
it different?
I'll tell you this. I'd say that the main difference is the cultural aspect of it. It's still football. Definitely still football. As far as the competitiveness of it, it's a little less competitive, of course, because over here overseas they don't have football from a very young age all the way up until college. But that's what they bring us out there for. They call us imports. So they'll bring us American athletes over to try to teach that culture of the game. And, like I said, the cultural aspect of it is different. In America, football is bred into us, right? So we eat, live, breathe, sleep it.
Right.
And when we get out here, it's really more of a hobby. It's these guys got actual jobs aside from football. Out here, football is our job. So
Right.
we gotta, try to understand that. That's the big. I think for many athletes who come out here, that's the biggest shock for them is coming out here and guys not taking it as seriously as we would. But you get on the right team, you find the right organization, and then people will start taking it seriously. But it all reflects upon you. So when you get out here, you got to try to instill those values that you grew up with.
So tell us a little bit about your company that you and your wife started.
Yeah,
What do you do? What was your idea? What's your idea of trying to see it grow some more?
yeah, absolutely. So me and my wife started Pro Hunt back in 2015. This was after my second year of playing overseas. And the reason why we started it is because for me personally, it took me, I graduated college in 2012, and for 2 years I was actually sorry, I graduated college 2011 and didn't get my first shot at overseas until 2014. So after college, I was, scrambling around trying to join some up and coming new leagues. There's so many new leagues out there that, make empty promises and put all your time and effort into them only to see these leagues fold. And also, I was doing a lot of regional, NFL regional combines. Nothing came of that, but in the midst of it all, overseas football was introduced to me, and at the time I was kind of like, like as a guy graduating from college, your main goal, your first thought is, oh, I'm gonna try NFL, CFL, right? And now you got the XFL, so guys are going after that. But even when I even decided, okay, I'll go play football overseas, it took me like I was messaging all kinds of people. There's this website called Europlayers, and I created a free profile and messaged. There's so many teams on that site, and I had messaged well over 200 teams on that site. Didn't even get a yes until finally a team in Serbia, out of all places, had contacted me and reached out to me because of one of their players got injured. And of course, I had no idea where Serbia was.
Right.
Right, had never heard of that country before, and I had it mixed up with Siberia and
Mm-hmm.
Syria. So I'm like, oh, do I really go out there? But I ended up going. Long story short, I went out there, balled out, and I saw that it was very life changing for me. Met the love of my life, Katharina, and fast forward a year, we got married, and it was just an experience that I definitely valued and treasured and wanted more people to experience. And not only that, the team that I was on, they didn't really have a big financial means to even bring me out there. I had to pay for my own flight and even had to play for free. So, um, but on the flip side of it, I got to travel the country and keep playing the sport that I love, and also get some game film, some updated game film. So, we thought of a way to try to help athletes get that same experience, but also help teams realize that there are athletes like me who are willing to, make that get, do whatever possible to get overseas and play. Because a lot of teams overseas, they think that, hey, in order to get an American athlete, we gotta fork up a lot of money, but that's not true. They don't realize there's so many athletes out there that will even pay for their flight, play for free, just for an opportunity to. And of course, remember, we're paying for our flights and playing for free, but in return, they're paying for our housing, our insurance, transportation. So they do cover a lot, our meals as well. So you got to take that into account. But I saw it as a market that is untapped, and we definitely have thrived in it. We've helped well over 100 athletes get signed to places overseas. We helped well over about maybe 20 coaches get signed overseas, and we just keep expanding and growing.
So would this be your company be good for someone that say played in a small school like you did, D2,
Yeah,
D3, and thinking their still dream is to be NFL, but they just
yeah,
can't get there. So this is what
absolutely.
your company is designed around.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's designed around. It's for any athlete as well. So we, I can tell you, we've helped athletes who all the way from guys who like not even finished high school football.
Okay.
Um, we got a guy named Gabe Love who dropped out. I don't know if he dropped out, but he experienced a rough patch in high school. Um, just stopped playing and lost the love of the game just because of personal reasons, personal stuff that was going on in his life. And, he reached out to us because he felt like, he really still wanted to play and, get a shot, get a shot at what he was really wanting to do. And he had no game film, nothing. But we create opportunities. We had a showcase event. He came to it, did really good to our standards, and we sent that film from the combine to a team, and he found a team, and he's with his second team now. So we had a guy who was 35 years old, still wanted to keep playing football, and he had 9 kids. Anything's
Wow.
possible. Yeah, we help all kinds of athletes. We have athletes who have played in the NFL and got cut but still wanted to keep playing. And that a difference between guys who played at a small school or didn't play much at all, and opposed to the guys who played in the NFL and still want to play. Those guys who played in the NFL, they're really just wanting to keep playing the sport that they love and not, lose that spark. Like a lot of guys played in the NFL and actually lost the love for the game because it's very business-like,
Right.
you know. But they reach out to us and they just want the opportunity to keep playing. They're not looking for the money, and really overseas football is not gonna really pay you a whole lot. This is really a stepping stone to get to where you're trying to go. So what we try to do is mentor these guys. We are definitely a source of mentoring and guidance. A lot of guys don't know who to reach out to and what to do when it comes to continuing their careers, and we try to help as much as possible with that. We don't like calling ourselves a sports agency because it's a little different. We take a little bit different approach because we actually really, really, really get to know the athletes that are within us. We treat it like a family, and they can always contact us 24/7 about anything. And we get really deep on a personal level.
Now you don't do football. You said you do all sports, basketball, things of that nature. Or is it just mainly football?
Actually, so we mainly focus on football. Our main focus is football. However, we do got connection. There's some guys I'm connected with who, just like for instance Eric Watson. He actually went to my college at Maryville College and played overseas basketball before. So if a guy does play basketball and he's looking for an opportunity, he's someone I would send their information to. But there's even if a guy was playing baseball, even though I don't have a lot of connections, I do know there are baseball teams out here, and all it takes is just finding one person who knows somebody,
Right.
and then it can just spread like a wildfire.
Um. So have you ever came across maybe after you're done football? Um. What did you want to do? You want to stay overseas and help out there? Or would you come back to the states and branch
Mhm.
out, or what's
That's
your
the
goal after
question.
football's over?
That's the question. That's the golden question. Right now, I really don't know. I do know that something will be centered towards football. That's my life. That's my passion, right? And I do know I can't play the game forever. There will come a time where I will be, old and not able to move as best as I can. Um, but until then, I'm like I tell everybody, I'm doing this until the wheels fall off. Um, I I could see it could be coaching. It could be football training. It could just be doing pro hunt. Just continuing mentoring guys and helping them reach their goals. But either way it goes, I do know that I'll be helping someone in some way who needs help. I love helping those who uh, don't know where to go or what to do. You know, those guys who need help and actually seek help is
Right.
those who I love helping. There's guys out there who want help, but they don't seek it in the right way, or they can't take any direction or anything. But we still try to help those guys as well get their mind and get their mind on the right setting, and you know help them reach their goals that way.
So is there no age limit for you guys? It could be high school on up.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As long as they have completed high school football, of course, they have to be 18. That's the youngest that would be able to help, because obviously in respect to them being underage, we can't do nothing that need a guardian for
Right.
that. And also, it you do have to be very educated when you're when you're leaving your own country and going abroad playing football. There's a lot of guys who have missed their flight because it's their first time flying, or
Mm-hmm.
they'll get out here and not know how to act. People forget that they're in a different country and they can be cut just like that, and back up, not even back on the flight, but finding their own way back home.
Right.
So you just gotta make sure that guys understand the opportunity. For every athlete who come to us, we make sure we do an interview with them and get to know their motives and their expectations. We got to make sure their expectations are right before heading overseas. That way they're not getting out here.
You said you came out of college around 2012. Now, if
Yeah,
the XFL or USFL was out back then, and they offered you, would you play for one of those teams that to try to get in the NFL?
absolutely.
Because now the NFL has actually hired, actually signed some of these guys out of the USFL this year.
Yeah,
So would that have been an opportunity you would have loved to experience?
absolutely, absolutely, and that's an opportunity still looking forward to. I do know my age is getting up there. However, there's always got to be that one guy to change the standard of things. And also, there there's a guy who I can't remember his name, but he actually showed out a couple weeks ago for the Dallas Cowboys. Uh,
Oh,
he
you talking about
returned,
Turpin?
yeah,
Yeah.
returned two kicks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
He actually played here overseas last year. He
Oh,
played
nice.
here overseas in the European League of Football. Um, Played in the European League of Football in Poland. Um, then went and played in the USFL, and now he's in the
Yep. He was with
NFL.
the New Jersey Generals, and then
Yep.
he got picked up by the Cowboys. That's crazy. You
I'm
never
telling you,
know.
you don't. You just gotta keep striving for your goals and just stay ready, because it could happen at any time.
So if the if USFL or XFL sees your footage or whatnot overseas and they offered you, you would still play for them to this
I'm
day.
gone. Yeah, absolutely. Show me the contract. I'm ready. I'm ready.
So what do you say to guys? Because you said you're 33. That's old in football, well, the NFL, especially with a running back.
Yeah.
What do you say to those who say, I'm not too old, I can still do
Mhm.
this? What do you do in your drive to show people that you still can ball?
Yeah. And pretty much what I do is, and here's the thing, people really wouldn't even guess that I'm 33 unless I told. Um, it's the work ethic. It goes into it's just being setting an example for yourself and others. Um, the age thing, like, I, what I always say is that it's it's a cliche thing, but it's always impossible until it's done. You only need that one shot. It takes one shot, and those people who think it can't be done are those who gave up on themselves. You can't always. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own story. And if you look at T.O., I like to. He's an inspiration for me. Yeah, and I'm sure you probably seen the videos of him beating young dudes. He's 48 years old right now, and he's still running what a sub 4.4, just burning people in one-on-one races. And he just played in the FCF, the fan controlled league,
Mm-hmm.
and was just dominating in that league. So I mean, if you take care of your body, the sky's the limit. Take
Which
care of your
T.O.'s
body.
always done. He's
Yeah,
always done it.
absolutely. And of course, he's a freak. He not everyone's TO, but and that's the exact point. Not everyone's TO. You are you. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't base someone else's success on your own success. So you just gotta get out there, keep striving, doing what you do, and just let the opportunities come as they may.
T.O. even said he was like, I don't need to play every down. He was like, put me in there some third downs. There were some red zone
Exactly.
situations. I catch the ball for you. At
Yep.
48, it's just incredible what he still can do. I mean, look
Yep.
at Tom Brady, 46
Yep.
still playing the game.
Yep.
So I age ain't nothing but a numbers me.
It ain't
Frank Gore was what 37,
Frank
somewhere 38.
Gore. Frank Gore. I'm glad you mentioned him. He was another inspiration for me. Like him playing like all, and he was consistently starting. Like he wasn't just in there hanging in there. He was a starter like constantly, and he takes care of his body. A guy I train with, Matt Jones, played. Okay, you're in Philadelphia. I'm not sure if you know Matt Jones. He played for the Redskins, then played briefly for the Philadelphia Eagles.
The
But
name rings a
um,
bell. The name
yeah,
definitely does ring a bell.
he was a guy who was a Florida Gator. Then got drafted by the Redskins, balled out. Um, then was with the Colts, and when he was with the Colts, that's when he was behind Frank Gore as well. So he played behind Frank Gore, got some mentoring from him, and he would say Frank would have a style, like a method of knowing how to fall down after getting hit, and just the small things that you wouldn't never think of. And it's all about longevity and just taking care of your body and make sure as you get older, you're not going to be trying to truck as many people as you used to. You're going to try to finesse a guy and just, avoid contact. But that type of playing increases that longevity, keeps you on the field for as long as possible.
Definitely. So you got guys like T.O. and you have guys like Frank Gore. Gonna in this with this last question here. What do you with those older guys and saying, oh, you're too old. What do you say to the haters who doubted you over growing up that said you wouldn't make it to the NFL, you wouldn't be successful? What do you
Right.
say to that?
You really, honestly, it's nothing you can say, really. All you can do is just prove them wrong. And like honestly, at the end of the day, it's me who believes in me. It doesn't matter that you didn't believe in me. What it was motivation that you did believe in me. So I guess that's what I would say is that all the doubting, all the hating, was just fuel to keep me going, and just knowing that one day I would get there, and I use that to inspire it's inspiration to actually prove them wrong, you know. So that's what I got to say to that.
All right, and we're gonna wrap things up there again. Dara, I do appreciate your time coming on and telling
Appreciate
us
it,
a little
Keith.
about your background in pro hunt. So tell the viewers where they can find you at.
Yeah, y'all can find me on Instagram at DT_23, but also Pro Hunt at pro.hunt. And we're also on Facebook as well. And also our website is prohunt.org.
All right, that was Darrell Tate, y'all. Again, great guy. Go visit the website, learn a lot about playing overseas. Definitely football. Again, if somebody that's interested, still got that heart and desire to play football, hit up the Pro Hunt, and they definitely can help you out. Again, Darrell, I would appreciate your time, and you enjoy the rest of the evening.